What is up guys, Thunder Studios here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Armada Sideways. Yeah, so this figure is clearly based off the Armada version, and looks pretty decent. I know there is quite a lot of discourse about this, like in terms of certain designs and features. Let's take a closer look and figure out if he's really worth it. Starting off with that head sculpt, which I absolutely love. There is a little bit of paint blemishing on mine, just a tiny bit for the eye. But yeah, as an entirely original design for the head, this is really good. Because in the show, he only had two different heads, the Decepticon one and the Autobot one. He didn't really have an original head sculpt. Yeah, this one might be my favorite, mainly due to the compromises on the other ones. Yeah, this looks really good there. And as I said before, you can switch the logo from Autobot to Decepticon, but that's mainly for the gimmick later. As for the arms, I really don't like the tolerances of this. Like when you try and articulate arms, these parts just come off like very easily. And yeah, I wish they could have done something about that, like add a hook on them to stop them from coming out. And he is pretty well painted. I sort of like this like warm mustardy yellow gold color. It's really lovely, and this deep purple, which looks really good. And as you can see, there's some metallic blue that's used for the eye as well, and some silver. So he's really well painted for a Voyager, and especially on the legs as well. There are a couple of other tolerance issues, especially on the feet when you're trying to rotate them. It's mainly on this one. This one just comes untabbed for no reason. And just the feet design in general, they probably could have changed it a little bit more. It just looks really weird and kind of makes him a little difficult to stand up in certain poses. When you're just having him in an A stance, it works perfectly fine just because they're flat, but in certain poses he likes to fall over. But other than that, I don't think the design is that bad. Like, I actually like it compared to some other people online, but it looks pretty animation accurate. If I just take a look at the animation model there, it looks nearly identical, especially for a modern update. And one thing I do really like about this is he still has the gimmick from the original toy. I know that's like a huge part of the character in the show. I haven't really seen Armada, so I'm just going off what the toy did, and that had two alternate swappable heads. So let's take a closer look at them. Taking a closer look at the mini-cons, you can see they are very compromised. They have separate parts that parts form, which is kind of annoying, but with this scale, you can't really get anything better than that. But they just look really janky in the proportions, and because of the extra parts formery things, you don't get the added articulation. Like, I really wish they would have put like a pin in there, or at least like a ball joint. Same with the legs on this one, they just don't work, which, yeah, that does kind of suck. As for transforming them to alternate heads, you just take off the bottom half on this one and just rotate it up and use the arms and just position the arms like that. And this one, you just take off this arm assembly and do the same thing. You just position the different limbs. And let's take a look at what this looks like on the robot mode. Take the arms and sort of like mistransform it. So then you can unplug the head and just fold it down, and you fold up the bike horns like that. And if you did want to swap the heads, you just change the symbol before you reattach everything like that, and that just leaves the handlebars sticking out. Now to attach the heads, it's just using a 5mm port on there. Not really like the headmaster system for the Titans Return, which I do sort of wish that they used that, but then they couldn't get the normal head there unless they used a headmaster. But that would have been like a neat plate pattern to use the other heads to do that. Yeah, this is the Autobot one, I think. Like I said, I haven't watched the show, but this just looks like the Autobot one. And this doesn't look too bad, it's just the legs are a bit long, and I think that's something the original toy did much better. And yeah, you can still articulate it, that's about it. As for the Decepticon one, it looks the same, and I do think this one is much worse just because the arms they're very clearly arms. I guess they're sort of trying to go for like antlers, but that doesn't really work there. But I do prefer the overall head sculpt on this one. It looks more menacing, and that's pretty much it for that. And what you have to do with the extra parts forming bits is just peg them on the sides using the 3mm port, and yeah, that looks really bad. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's take a look at his articulation. He has a ball joint at the head, and mine is a little bit warped, so it just snaps back into place. They can look all the way backwards like that, just putting it on the side because the handlebars get in the way. The arms, they go out that far, full 360, bicep rotation. Yeah, see what I mean about that? Bicep rotation, elbow bend, which is weirdly stiff on both arms on my copy, and wrist rotation because that is on a ball joint. It also has waist rotation, the legs kick up that far, back that far, all the way up there. And they are sort of on like indented ratchets, as you can see. There's like sort of a ribbed pattern there. And yeah, you have ankle tilts and they can rotate. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention is that he has the accessories from the original toy. I don't think these are in the show, or at least like not the gimmick was. Like they were missiles in the original toy, and you can take them off and use them as batons like that, but I just prefer to leave them in the arms to sort of mimic that original gimmick. And I really wish they would bring back like all the old gimmicks, like the missile launching ones. They'd be really fun. So now that we have that out of the way, let's move on to his transformation. Now to start off, you're just gonna take these parts, and these are on 5mm pegs, so they do just come off quite easily, but you just rotate them all the way up like that. And you take the arms, fold them back, and fold in the hands like that. Then you take the entire torso, fold in the head, rotate this part, and just position the head downwards, and reattach the hood, and just position the head with the handlebars like that. Rotate the arms like that, and just peg them together and peg them into the slot there. Once you have done that, bring up the legs by these, and on this foot in particular, there's just a tab that you have to sort of bring out like that. Then just fold it up like that. Do the same on the other side like that. Then you just fold this over, and folding up the feet like that, and just rotate them like this, and connect them down the middle, and just connect them into this part like that. And just make sure everything's lined up. Then take this front part and just lift that up. I probably should have done that at the beginning when I transformed this bit, but that's basically it for the transformation. If you did want to articulate the handlebars to make them a little bit more down, you can do that. So that is the base vehicle mode. Now taking a closer look, as you can see, it does have a kickstand there, but it doesn't like to use that because it's a little bit like too long on that side, making it tilt over to this side, which I don't really like that, but what can you do? As for the paint on this, I really like the sort of stripe that they got going for. It starts here and then it sort of ends at the back here, which I do really like that. And the black seat, that works pretty well there. And I like the use of the batons slash missiles as exhaust, and that works pretty well. And he also has pinned wheels on, so he's surprisingly fun to roll around. As for what you meant to do with the Minicons, you just take their forming parts and just use the 3mm plugs, put them on there, and yeah, that looks really bad. I really wish they could have stored somewhere else. And to do the combining gimmick, you just fold this part, take the legs, and just sort of make them normal legs, like that. And on the upper one, you just fold this one in, then take the arms and just make them straight like that, and you just combine that. One thing I really wish they would have changed is given him articulated hands instead of using the sideways ball joint. Like, they could have put a ball joint there so you can get like a proper elbow bend instead of having to always have it sideways like that, because then you don't get proper articulation there. It's just like that. And you also have a waist joint, and the legs are also on ball joints. But yeah, and I get what this is for, is to hold on to the handlebars, but yeah, I wish they would have sort of updated that. To just get him to hold on the handlebars, you just position him like that, and just bring down the handlebars, slot him in, and do the same on the other side, and just position him. And there you have the Minicon riding sideways. It actually looks pretty fun. Jamie doesn't sit like properly on the seat. He sits a bit forward, but that is really just a nitpick. Yeah, this alt mode looks really good. Might be better than the robot mode, in my opinion at least. So let's get him transformed back up. So yeah, what are my thoughts on Sideways here? Well, if you couldn't tell already, this is a really solid figure. It does have some issues like the extra parts for the Minicon and the feet, and just the weird articulation on this guy. But considering it is a Minicon, that's not a big deal. But yeah, it does have some very weird tolerances on this, and because of that, I'm probably gonna give this a solid 8 out of 10. If they could fix that, it'd be up to a 9. But that's probably just on my copy. Yours may vary. Yeah, if you haven't got this guy already, I'd say it's a solid pickup. I'd definitely recommend this if you collect Armada stuff. That was it for this review today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this figure down below. Peace.